Hey, it's Rachel from the Life Facilitator, and I am doing a Setup Saturday video. I'll be setting up the February Daisy Elegance Blooms kit, but to do that, I have to break down my December Winter Twilight kit. So you'll see that I use these little plastic trays and a bunch of different trays and organization items to as I'm using a kit in a month. And I specifically only have enough for 2 months at a time. So right now, January is still in this sort of setup, and it's time to say goodbye to December. And so what I'm doing right here is I am doing what I call sort of a very quick sort of yay nay for what's left of the kit. So the little white plastic container is the trash. This is what's staying. And oftentimes what I'm just trashing is like very little scraps that I know personally I'm just not going to use them. I'll just cut something to be a size that I want it, but I hold on to those little scraps and they just kind of stress me out. And so I've learned to just chuck them, just get rid of them. And then I have a couple pieces of paper that I'm holding on to. But here's where sort of the big chuck happens. So I go through all my stickers and I have them organized past months into different categories. So you'll see there, those were alpha stickers, like dimensional alpha stickers. And then I have another envelope with regular alpha stickers. And I should mention, because this kit is a winter themed kit, I ended up sort of destashing quite a bit of this kit because I know I'm going to get another winter themed kit next year. I don't necessarily feel the need to hold on to it. So there are pieces of the kit that I'll hold on to. A lot of times it's the functional elements. It's these clipboard stickers, the trackers, and these go in my DIY sticker album. And I love having this option. But the rest of it's going in this D-stash envelope. And I will gift this D-stash envelope to someone else. And I will also be putting in, as you'll see right here, most of my winter stickers from previous years. These are stickers I've held on to for a while. And you know what? I told myself if I didn't use them this season, they're gonna find a new home. And this actually just helps me not stress about the items that I have. And it helps me actually be I think a more streamlined creator, and I like that. So my little trays are empty. I'm putting, and you can see a lot of these papers are from previous years' Cocoa Daisy kits, and I've used what I've wanted, and it's just time to let it go. Like Elsa, we are letting it go. And I am keeping one tag because I have a story I want to tell with that tag. But otherwise, and all of that winter item stays in that winter pouch. So now I know that my winter items are all in that pouch, whatever is left. That pouch will go in with the rest of my storage pouches. As you can see here, I have a fall pouch and a winter pouch. I have a summer one too. And then my alpha stickers, my puffy stickers all live in that little container. Now I am free to get moving with February's Elegance Bloom Collection. You can see to the side, I've already organized some of my die cuts, but I'm going to organize them a little bit further. I'm not loving how they're organized currently, and I've been waiting to sort of de-kit December to do this. So I'm putting all of my word die cuts in one section. All of the floral die cuts are in one section. All of those adorable heart ledgers are in one section. And I am making cuts. I am taking things out that I know personally are just not my style and not what I'm going to use. I give you permission, if you receive any sort of kit subscription, to make cuts. Don't hold on to things that you are pretty sure you're not going to use. And don't be afraid to give it a home in the recycling bin. It's no the paper crafting police are not coming for you. So now I'm doing a little bit more organizing. When I receive kits, I typically, if it comes, like let's say those enamel dots, they came in a little package. I'll cut off the top of the package. That way I can access them easily and they're still protected. So here's me doing that exact thing with the Puffy Alphas. And so the trays live in a drawer that's right next to my desk. But some of the other items will actually live on my desk for two reasons. One, this encourages me to use those items. So seeing those items is a reminder of like, oh yeah, I should do a layout or use them in my memory planner or whatnot. But the other items I have in the drawer because they'll take up too much space on my desk and I know where they are. I can pull them out really easily and that just works for me. I'm relocating the stickers from this month's collection into the gray dot just because I liked it a little more. The yellow was a bit much for this collection. It feels so good. I've got my pocket cards in this holder from scrapbook.com. They're ready to go. I'm super excited to get started. Just getting all set up. The last thing I'm going to do is something I've recently started doing with the Simple Dory. So I am a bit not hit or miss. I'm in a season of life where I'm just not making a lot of Traveler's Notebook layouts, but I'm just loving these papers. And so I have decided to make a paper pad out of the Traveler's Notebook, the Simple Dory. And all I'm doing is trimming down the middle, and then I will clip all the papers together at the top, and it makes a little paper pad. And by golly, I've actually probably been using the Simple Dory more than I ever have in the past because I have it in a format that encourages me to use it as paper, as punched elements, all sorts of things. Last thing I have to do is I have to break down January in my memory bullet journal. So I have a previous video of setting this up, and now it's time to take it down. I'm still using January's collection, and I probably will for a few weeks, which is why I stagger the months of breaking down kits. So here's what I'm doing here is some of the die cuts in there I had taken the adhesive back. I didn't want to try to save them, so I just put them on a page somewhere, and I'm glad they're there. I'm glad they're on a page somewhere. Now it's time to fill my pockets with all of the Cocoa Daisy Elegance Bloom goodies. And I'm going to fast forward this just because this is really personal preference, how you fill pockets. If you want to see someone who's really good at filling pockets, it's Lael Concar. You should check her out. She's Lael by Mail. And so I'm just going to finish up these pockets, and later on I go in and I put a little bit of washi tape behind each of the die cuts or elements so that they don't move around. This is a great trick, especially if you are opening and closing your notebook a lot. These little elements will move around, and so you want to make sure that they're adhered in some way that's not permanent. On to February and the monthly page. So I will there I am using that paper pad. I'm going to use a page from the Simple Dory to halfway cover this self-care ideas. I do want to be able to see it, so I actually will just adhere with tape. I will adhere to the top of the page. And then I'm going to use some stickers to write February. And this collection is still new to me, and so I do spend a little bit of time I will spend a lot of time thumbing through the pages. I want to also mention that this collection looks super good with August's collection, and I'm blanking on the name. I'm so sorry, but the colors look really nice together. So I actually already pulled some of what's left of August's collection, Cocoa Daisy collection from 2021, to add to this collection. And they're both pretty florally, if that's a word. And yeah, so I am using the Hello from Winter Twilight stamp set. You'll notice I don't know if you noticed that, but I added, I put my stamp ink underneath the notebook to make it a flat surface. This is a super, super easy way to give yourself a flat surface because I'm still in the very front of this notebook. Here's a look at how it all turned out, and I'll show it again at the end of the video. And I'm going to show you now just my last week of February, how I set it up in this memory bullet journal. What I'm loving about this memory bullet journal is I get to change I can play around with the weekly layouts every week, and that's what I have been doing. And so for this week, I'm doing a week on one page, kind of like a Hobonichi Weeks style spread. And I will use stamps from, I will think I'm going to use stickers. And then I remembered my all-time favorite week stamp set, which is from Cocoa Daisy, and I believe it's from April, March of 2021. And this is just a note. If you don't subscribe to the Cocoa Daisy stamps, which you can on their own, although I think this one came from the planner add-on kit, but if you don't, I would highly encourage you to do so. I've never had a month where I didn't love the stamp set. The stamp set is always a win for me. And there's two stamp sets, each in the memory keeping kits, and you can get them without having to buy the whole kit. So if you love stamping like I do, get the stamps. Because the problem is that those kits sell out, and it's really hard to get the stamp sets if you're not subscribed to them. And I love this. I love Cocoa Daisy's stamps. And so I'm building my page, and I decided to do a little bit of layered stamping. I've been very inspired by Heidi Swap recently to do some more layered stamping, and so, mine's not as layered as hers, but it's a start. And I'm using another Cocoa Daisy stamp set, which I believe is returning to the Cocoa Daisy shop at some point. So be on the lookout for that. It'll be in the Cocoa Daisy store under Stamps and Ink. And I love having a calendar stamp. I don't know what I would do without calendar stamps are so helpful because I like having the two numbers together. It is really nice. And I will finish the stamping of this, and then I will use the pen from the Elegance Blooms, I believe the planner add-on kit, to make my lines for each day. And it is this lovely gray, and once I started, I was like, well, this pen's going to be used a lot. It's like the perfect, it's just perfect for a bullet journal, for making the lines for your days. And so here's a final look at everything all together. And there is a blog post for Setup Saturday if you would like to check it out. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and leave a comment and tell me if you've set up February with Cocoa Daisy yet, and I would love to hear about it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!